Hi, welcome to another Dan show. I think you know the star of the show, right?
Her?
Yeah, oh, of course. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Kylie.
Another day of communication and transparency, because that's what we're about. You've been working hard once again, working with the SEC, and things are, again, closer than ever.
Yep, I feel like a broken record. And to that point, one of the main reasons we wanted to do this. Hey, everybody, how we doing today? Kylie, how you doing?
Good. A little under the. I mean, hopefully
Yeah.
it's not too annoying,
Hopefully
but
it
I feel
stays
pretty
over there.
right.
One of the reasons we wanted to do this is a lot of you guys have noticed the PicMii crowdfunding that we have going right now. We just did a big extension. As we look at it today, as we're filming this, we've got 70 days left. And what we kept doing was these little micro extensions because we didn't know when we were going to go public, and it's like a broken record. So this time we negotiated to be able to just do one big extension all the way out as far as we possibly would ever go, and we have permission that if we get to go public before that, which we're all optimistic that will happen, we can stop this thing. So now that's why everybody's like, hey, why all of a sudden did it go way out? And that's just, we got sick, frankly, of just these small extensions. It seemed kind of hokey, frankly. It was really bothering me. But we didn't want to miss, we wanted to go public the very first day we could.
Yeah.
So if we had some short deal going and we got the permission to go, we wait a couple more days and then we're going. So now with this new circumstance, we can shut it off. So that's great.
And it kind of eliminates the anxiety for all of you too, because you're not waiting for each time the clock runs down if it's going to be renewed or not. This time you can just rest easy. It's fine. And then when we have a date, we'll let you know.
And to that point, we put a press release out yesterday. Maybe you could feature it here.
Yeah, I can put a link in it in the description.
And you guys can check that out. That went out yesterday, and it just speaks about this. So that's definitive, end of discussion, hopefully, right? And we're moving on. So to that, along the raised topic, this thing has taken longer than any of us ever anticipated, right? Failed deals along the way, picking up and starting over and all that. We've been working at this since 2014. It's been a very long time. That's when I started the journey, and it's expensive. We have this great team. We haven't let our foot off the accelerator one day. My philosophy is if you're floored and you let your foot off the gas and you reapply it, you never get back to where you were.
Yeah.
So always to the floor. That's how we operate. But we do need some capital as we're coming to the close here. All the attorneys' fees that we've accrued, accountants, auditors, everyone. It's been very expensive, as you might expect. Going public is not a cheap proposition. So we really needed $1 million to get to the end of the finish line here. We're raising really hard, and I'm reaching out to some close personal friends that kind of look like a silver bullet thing that I never want to hit anybody up. I've always been really proud of the fact that everybody came of their own free will and at the exact amount they want. That to me created like a really frictionless, this great community of investors where everybody's rowing in unison, and you're all here. And I always thought if I ever had to ask somebody for money, that was like a silver bullet. I don't take it lightly. It's something that you do as a last resort kind of thing. And I'm not trying to show that doesn't mean we're desperate or anything, but we are. It is kind of that silver bullet moment right now, trying to raise that $1 million. So we're getting close. We've probably raised about, right now we just started about 190,000 of the $1 million that we're trying to get. Just made some outreach starting last week, and so hopefully we have some good things out there. But if any of you are in a position and you see fit and you want to get in public trading, now would be the time as you see the raise is ending. And I will say, it's inappropriate to give direction on where what you think the stock's going to do. We get asked that all the time, but I would say that I personally am really bullish on this company. I don't think in my mind it's going to be worth ever less than it is today, and I'm optimistic, and that's why I put everything that I have into this company. And I know a lot of you have too, and really appreciate that.
Yeah, one an easy way that you can help is just by sharing our content. And
Absolutely.
we are going through a big final PicMii push right now, and there will be more invest now content on our socials than we've ever had before, because it's kind of that exciting, really final push before we do cross that finish line. So anything that you see, if you can share it and just put in a little plug for us, that is more valuable than you even know. And we were talking earlier, your backing of Arrive AI is a review. That's like a 5-star review. And we all know that's what the world hinges on now when you
That's
go to
right.
buy a product or when you go to make a big decision. So your words really hold a lot of value, and we appreciate any and all of that exposure that you can give.
And along those lines, I just want to shout out to our investor community. Had somebody go on one of the, what's really cool for us is some of our investors started organically, and Arrive will have an IPO day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's a chat Facebook group. That's when you know you've made it, when your investors start doing cool things like that. And really appreciate everyone that's a part of that. But somebody got on and kind of trolled us last week. And don't want to give a lot of life to that. But what I do want to say is I can't believe the number of investors that rallied around the company and me. That really meant a lot to me. I didn't really engage. I don't like to engage in negativity and things like that. But I saw everything going on. I did have some private communications with some people that had reached out to me just to make sure I was aware of it. And that's really cool. I'm really humbled by that, and I don't take that lightly, guys. Thanks for being there and for really believing in the company and all the things that you always, I don't even need to get involved, right?
Yeah.
I've got, I think there was another conversation you were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, just about, here's another announcement about, a public listing date, which we haven't gotten that date yet, but it's like, okay, it's another waiting game. And then other people are like, yeah, but we're actually getting some communications from Dan. So it's kind of a double-edged sword,
It is. It's a fine line. I always say we want to be the company that we want to invest in, right? What does that mean? To me, that means transparency and communication, knowing virtually in real time, what's happening, not hearing something on the street, but hearing it from us. And that's good, bad, ugly, whatever. We need to own that. I think that's the promise of investing really in any company, but it's a promise if you invest in our company. And, we always want to give great news, right? But unfortunately, it's not all peaches and roses out there, right? But along those lines, I want to say, excuse me, Kylie's rubbing off on me here.
I hope not.
As far as where we are in the public, where we are in the chronology of how this is advancing, we've been getting comments back from the cycle. The way it works is the SEC has what's called our S1 registration document, and it's a 200 plus page, very comprehensive. I'm sorry, I hate doing that, guys. Very comprehensive document on the whole company, all the inner workings, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to edgar.gov, you can actually type in Arrive AI and see that and see all the different iterations of that have gone back and forth. But when the SEC comes to you with comments, we respond back. And every time we respond back, that opens up a theoretical new 30-day window for them to come back to us. They have 30 days. If they don't get back to you in 30 days, it's like a passive acceptance. But they've gotten back to us within 30, but it's been right at 30 every time. And that's why we've had all these delays. But in theory, with each turn of the document, that period of time should be becoming more and more truncated, and we should be getting that quicker. So right now, there's a bunch of moving parts. I don't want to bore you guys. Anyway, our audits, which we need to have, we're getting those tomorrow, Friday, and we will be able to bundle those with our responses to the last SEC comments and submit those at the beginning of next week. And then hopefully, if that period of time becomes shorter and shorter, when they come back to us, we're hoping this is going to be the last turn. Fingers crossed. We think that we've put a lot of fires out here, and we're very close. So when that happens, then we flip it, acceptance from the SEC over to the NASDAQ, and then they do their thing. That's conditional upon SEC approval, which we're hoping to have. We're hoping no more terms of that. So that's a big thing for us. And once that happens, then we can move on to setting a trading date and what?
Planning for the bell ringing.
That's right. We want everybody to come out to New York. We believe the most people that have ever shown up for a bell ringing or for a ceremony out in NASDAQ or New York is around 200 people. And we think, we have 5,000 investors. We think 5,000 will be a great number. In fact, we're doing something crazy, right?
You mean as far as getting the RSVPs and trying to
set a record,
break the record? Yeah.
Right.
We're going to try to see if there's a world record for this. And if there's not, we're going to try to create one. And if there is, we're going to try to break it.
That's right. Guinness book. So we're going to hit you guys hard. We want everybody to come out. We're not paying anybody to come out or stay. We can't afford that. And you wouldn't want us to as your company. Yeah. But what we'll be doing is having a big party. We'll have a lot of swag out there. And I'm going to try to get as many investors that come out as I can grab that want to have their picture taken on the NASDAQ podium and come up with me and maybe the team and get a picture that'll be a lifetime memory, right?
Yeah.
So let's break a record. Let's think about that. That's a little bit in the future, but we want to tease that out while we're doing this right now. So what else do we have? Anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think just keep in mind that when we have a date, it will be widely disseminated and you will know. So if we haven't announced it yet and you're not finding it, there isn't one yet.
That's right. You're going to know. You may be upset how many times you get blasted on that. Mm-hmm. The other thing is we always want to talk about is your shares. If you came aboard with us at WeFunder, Start Engine, PicMii, if you came direct, any of those things prior to trading, you guys will all know arrangements where you can get your shares transferred to your whatever your trading platform is, Schwab, Robinhood, whatever it is. So I know we get asked that a lot.
Yeah.
And we're going to move as quick as we can on that. And so that's kind of it. I just want to give this quick update. So this last extension is the last extension. Kylie's going to put the press release up. You'll see it right there in writing. Mm-hmm. We're hoping to hear imminently in the next week or so, like what our date could be and get that out to you guys right away. Don't forget, we're trying to raise money right now, trying to get to that million. We're about 190,000 of the million. So there's 8-10 left. If anybody can help pitch in to get there, this is that silver bullet moment. Mm-hmm. We've come this far, right? So, but anyway, love everybody. 317-694-7520. That's my cell. Dan at Arrive AI.
Just so you know, we're eventually going to get him to stop sending out his
No, I don't want to forget where I came from.
I know.
That's my thing.
You never will.
You can't, but anyway, thanks for being with us, guys. Kylie, thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Always.
All right.
Have a great day.
All right, guys. See ya. Bye.